Bidoo opens. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something a little different, a thought experiment for all my fellow Halo fans out there. We've all played the games, we've read the books, we've seen the heroism and the tragedy of Noble Team on the planet Reach. We've seen Spartans in action, fighting back the Covenant with everything they've got. But have you ever stopped to wonder, what if you were just a regular person on Reach? Before the fall, before the glassing, before everything changed, what would your life be like? Where would you fit in? Let's set the scene. It's the year 2552. Reach is this incredible planet. A fortress world, sure, but also a vibrant, bustling hub of human civilization second only to Earth. It's not just a military outpost. It's a world of sprawling cities, vast agricultural heartlands, and stunning natural landscapes. Think of New Alexandria, with its towering skyscrapers reaching for the sky, flying vehicles zipping between buildings, and holographic advertisements painting the city in a neon glow. Life here is advanced, it's dynamic, it's normal. For most of its 700 million inhabitants, the war with the Covenant is something that happens out there on distant colonies. On Reach, you feel safe, you feel secure. So, let's put ourselves in that world. What's your night? Maybe you're not a super soldier. Maybe you're a hydroponic farmer out in the very territory. You wake up before the sun's rise, check the atmospheric processes, and spend your day tending to genetically engineered crops that will feed cities across the planet. You work with your hands, surrounded by the vast, open plains of Reach. Your concerns aren't plasma rifles. They're crop yields, irrigation systems, and the price of grain at the market in Estigo. You'd hear news about the war on the public broadcasts, maybe feel a pang of worry, but then you'd get back to work because people need to eat. Your role is fundamental, the very backbone of society. Or perhaps you're a city dweller in Manassas. You could be a software engineer for a civilian contractor, designing navigation systems for commercial freighters. You'd commute on the maglev train, grabbing a coffee from a street vendor that tastes just a little bit synthetic, but hey, it gets the job done. Your day is filled with code, diagnostics, and virtual meetings. After work, you might meet up with friends at a sky lounge overlooking the city, complaining about your boss, making plans for the weekend, maybe catching a grav ball game. The war feels even more distant from up here, a headline you scroll past on your datapad. Your contribution is to the economy, to the technological progress that keeps humanity moving forward. You're part of the engine that powers the UNSC, even if you never wear a uniform. What about a creative role? Reach would have a thriving arts scene. Maybe you're a musician playing in a smoky jazz club in New Alexandria. Your music is a fusion of old Earth classics and futuristic synth beats. People come to your shows to escape, to feel something real in a world of steel and glass. Or you could be a sculptor, commissioned to create a piece for the atrium of a new corporate headquarters. Your work reflecting the hope and ambition of humanity. You're not fighting on the front lines, but you're shaping the culture. You're giving people a reason to fight, reminding them of the beauty and creativity that the Covenant seeks to extinguish. Your role is to nurture the soul of civilization. Let's think about the service industry. You could be a teacher at a local school in a smaller settlement like Quezon. Your students are the children of military personnel and civilian workers. You teach them history, science, and math, but you also teach them about the resilience of the human spirit. You see the future of the colony in their eyes. Or maybe you're a medic, not on a battlefield, but in a civilian hospital. You're dealing with everyday emergencies, industrial accidents, grav car pileups, the occasional outbreak of a new strain of space flu. You're a healer dedicated to preserving life, no matter how small the context. Your job is to care for the community, to be the safety net that holds society together. Imagine being a transport pilot, not a Pelican pilot dropping off Marines, but a long-haul freighter captain. You pilot massive ships between Reach and other inner colonies, hauling raw materials, luxury goods, and vital supplies. You spend weeks in slipspace, listening to old music broadcasts and talking to your ship's AI. You've seen the beauty of nebulae and the emptiness of the void. You hear whispers from other pilots at spaceport bars about missing ships and strange energy readings on the fringes of colonized space. You feel the tension more than most, a lullaby hum of anxiety beneath the surface of your daily routine. You are the lifeline, the circulatory system of the UNSC, connecting worlds and keeping the gears of interstellar commerce turning. Each of these roles, these normal, everyday lives, is a vital thread in the fabric of Reach. The farmer, the engineer, the artist, the teacher, the pilot, they are all essential. The strength of Reach wasn't just in its orbital defense platforms and its Spartanese. It was in the millions of ordinary people living their lives, contributing in their own way, building a society worth defending. They were the reason Noble Team fought so hard. They were what was at stake. When the Covenant finally arrived, that vibrant, normal world was shattered. The farmer in Viri would have looked up to see the sky burn. The engineer in Manassas would have watched in horror as the buildings around them turned to glass. The artist's music would have been silenced by the roar of explosions. Their lives, their roles, were suddenly and brutally interrupted. And in those final, terrible moments, they would have had to find a new role. Survivor, fighter, refugee. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? It makes you appreciate the world of Halo on a completely different level. It's not just a story about super soldiers. It's a story about the loss of home, the loss of normalcy, and the incredible resilience of ordinary people caught in extraordinary circumstances. The next time you play through the Reach campaign, take a moment to look at the backgrounds, at the cities and the farm. Think about the people who lived there. Think about what their lives might have been like, and ask yourself, in that world before the fall, who would you have been? What would your role have been? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Would you be in the city, the countryside? What kind of job would you have? I'd love to read your ideas. It's a fascinating universe to think about from this perspective. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this little thought experiment, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. It really helps out the channel. Until next time, stay safe and keep thinking.